Look at the amount of AI I'm burning on this one call for an MCP. If I were to run that flow 100 times, it would cost me around $4.34. But now look what happens when I run it via SDK. 0, 0, 0, 0. And then for the same output, micro pennies. What you're about to learn is when to know whether to use MCP or SDK in developer workflows. Each has its specific role, but if you use them incorrectly, it's gonna cost you a ton. So let's go to jump in. Welcome back here. Today's video is sponsored by Zapier, and I want to go over the topic of MCP and SDK. Specifically, the workflow I'm going to go over today is that we're going to be able to take all the relevant issues associated with a code repository, just a bunch of code, summarize them, and then send me an email. The demo you just saw approached that exact same value point of an email, but did it via an MCP or alternatively an SDK. Let me real quickly explain why there even is a cost difference. So we got the MCP method and we have the SDK method. If you're not familiar with MCP, this is useful. This allows us to do tool calling. This allows an agent to have the ability to access different third-party applications and receive data. But the way I like to look at MCP is more of the one-off chats and prototyping stage. So what you saw happen there in that workflow is because this is a fresh chat, it needs a ton of context. E.g., it needs all the context of all the relevant GitHub issues. It needs to actually write a code file to even get those GitHub issues. It needs to then group by label. What you'll notice is that using MCP, because you're starting at 0 every single time, you are burning more tokens because theoretically, if I started a new chat with MCP, I'm going to have to get this exact same information again and then give the output that we saw before, which was just an email. For you to understand what context even is, that is essentially information like the relevant GitHub issues. The MCP will actually create a script so it understands how to sort the comments, like new code is being written to compensate for a fresh chat. It will then create more code to even review the output. Like this is fresh code every single new chat in order to give you the end value point of an email, which is a summary of the issues that were relevant to that software. So what I'm telling you is that MCP could in theory be great for a one-off chat or just chats in general. But sometimes if you're doing a repeated workflow, this is when you can kind of promote an MCP chat to something like SDK here, which will take all of this repeated information, make a code script once, right? So once it's written, and then just do the end value point that we care about, which in this context was just analyzing the GitHub issues and providing an email here. So what you'll realize in this context is that the only token burn here will be the email analyzation and the writing of the email and sending of the email, right? This is the only area where tokens are burned because the code script is reusable via the SDK by Zapier. While alternatively, if we just hit it by the MCP, it's going to have to redo this entire process from scratch, rewrite all the code from scratch, when in reality, it could be reusable. So let's find out how to do this. So first off, let's show the MCP method, as MCP still has a major role in developer workflows and our ability to get value. Let's just integrate it into our Cursor project. So I'm going to say set up MCP server in my Cursor config and then ask me for the server URL. I'm going to enter here. And while it's doing that, let's jump over to Zapier. As a quick side note, the first link in description down below, check it out. Zapier SDK, completely free. You're gonna be able to install that, but we're gonna come over to our dashboard. In our dashboard here, I've already integrated the email I wanna get this summary for, which was contact@webcafeai.com. But the other thing I need to integrate here will be GitHub. I'm gonna search GitHub and click it. I'm going to hit add connection. We're going to hit connect. It will then prompt me to authorize. I'm going to say authorize and boom, it has been connected. So if that connected, obviously we can do more apps or whatever you're trying to connect for a third-party integration. I'm going to come over to the MCP. So we got MCP server, click. I'm just going to go ahead and hit new MCP server here. I'm going to choose my platform. You know, if you love Cloud Code, go to Cloud Code, ChatGPT, all of it. I'm going to hit cursor. I'm going to go ahead and copy this prompt and I will paste it here. Now what Zapier has done is they have actually gone the extra 10 yards here of creating a native plugin into Cursor, which is super cool and you'll see here pretty soon. So let's actually go ahead and use that rather than, you know, going through the process of providing a link. We're just going to go over to customize and then typing in Zapier. You'll see it right here. I'm going to hit add and it's been added. And you'll see that this is going to give us full access to all the tools we want enabled. We're going to have to authenticate so it knows we have access. We're going to go ahead and hit allow. And boom, we've successfully connected Zapier. Now, I wanted to show this way as well so that if you don't have a native integration in your coding platform, you'll simply use a prompt like this and then provide the relevant server URL. But what's nice is Cursor, they make it easy. So now with that connected, let's do that workflow that we saw in the beginning of the video. Then using the Zapier MCP tools, get all the open issues from coffeefuelbump.techsniff.com. This is the GitHub repo. Group them by label, sort by comment count, and write a 3-sentence executive summary and email it to me via Gmail. I'm also going to include the relevant Gmail to email me with. Email. Say that 5 times fast. And I'll hit enter. So this is the initial, if I'm running this through MCP, this is where more token burn is incurring because of the fact that this chat had absolutely zero context of anything. It'll be able to give me the same value point, and what I care about is just going to cost me more money. So here's a live run, and what you'll notice is, as I said before, it's going to search, it's going to use a tool, add context, and then it gave me the end deliverable of the email being sent to contact@webcafeai.com. Coming over here, it's behind me. Beautiful email. I love emails. There you go. So we got all this information here. This is the AI analysis based off the 7 different open issues I have with TechSniff.com, which is another software I run. So this works. It's good. And MCP has value like that. But how do I take something like this that I may do more often if I want to send emails to Teams or Slack or whatever it may be? And how do I make this more effective? That is the beauty of Zapier SDK. Or to put simply, a software development kit, or to put literally, just lines of code that are deterministic that allow for less token usage. I know that sounded like a word jumble right there, but basically it's like 1 + 1 = 2. That situation when it comes to deterministic code, SDK can help us here and create really reusable evergreen pipelines. So you're working with your MCP, you're going back and forth, and you realize, you know what, I'm going to reuse this specific type of workflow. All right, so we're into the prompt. This is great, but now I want to do the same thing with Zapier SDK so it's reusable and I don't have to keep fetching context for token burn. Enter. This will do 2 things. First, it's going to install Zapier SDK free into our code repository here. But 2, it's going to create that code script that's going to be reusable for this specific type of pipeline. So I went ahead and ran. And if I come back over here to my email, you'll see that this is the email from the SDK run, arguably the exact same thing, but at a cheaper rate. I went ahead and took this one step further though. I asked this chat to compare the difference between the MCP run and the SDK run. And these numbers are quite astonishing, to be honest with you. Look at this. With the SDK, only required 1 call for the AI comparative to the 8 calls with the MCP. In addition to that, look at the token difference, 308 compared to 145,000. And then what's even crazier is if I ran this 100 times a day monthly, it cost difference between $4.58 and $1,132. And you can even see the AI explain what's happening here. The agent made 8 tool round trips. It's discovering tools, it's looking, it's getting context, information, while alternatively, the script, it already knows this. Boom, 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 boom. Just give me the issues, summarization, send email. All right, this is night and day, y'all. You can clearly see how the MCP could have its value for maybe one-offs or prototyping, but when you want to reuse and redo value in order to optimize your token usage, opt towards SDK. Because what you realize in a lot of workflows is that a lot of code, I would say probably 80 to 90% of code, if not more, is extremely deterministic. AI is just a layer that we're noticing now that if you develop ineffectively, it's going to lean on AI too much, and it leads to these crazy bills that we don't want to pay, with us seeing roughly a 250x cost reduction. So that just about does today's video. Zapier SDK integrates with a ton of different applications. Check it out in the description down below. First link, completely free. And as you already know, these style videos, make sure to leave a like. I'll see you in the next. Did Corbin quite literally just break down the exact same pipeline using MCP and SDK and showed how the SDK was over 250x cheaper type of video?